understand it is ending with U and Y, and the preceded word had going to be one character. Suppose GUY, like a guy, kind of the word you're going to be specified, it will be encountered in your column values. Similarly, you can see percentile, IR, and underscore that contains a matching kind of the word with one character. So matching up a string and containing a r, and also the starting with one character at the beginning, so that you will eventually get. Not like also will be the use for the same. Similarly, you just want to be specified for a like, you can use a not like. It won't be get that results, it will be get different results correspond unlike that results, you can say. So I want to retrieve only the lion information, but if I use not like, I would get, instead of lion, I would get different values. It maybe starts with a, it maybe starts with z, it maybe starts with w. So for that, I will use these values at the time I need to retrieve the data. So similar kind of the syntax for not like also, you want to be specified with corresponding to like for a given column. Whoever having the first name, it starts with DA, and I'm making the percentile value so that you will get eventually understand how does it starts with and ends up with. So this is basic syntax, I would say. So if you understood expressions and with some meaning, so you will be directly use this kind of the expressions in your real world problems. So for that, we can also use something related to the is null. So most of the people are utilizing this is null to represent some of the values are missing data in the database. So you can see here, select null is equal to 5. So what will happen by using this statement? The null value is not even, okay, equals to itself. What will happen with corresponding to this value? So null is a special, I would say, because any comparison with a null value can never be a result, or is a true or false condition, but it's going to be logical results at the end. So let's play around with this. Null is equal to 5. What will happen? Yeah, if I execute this, so if I execute this, there is no result. Okay, there is no result with corresponding null is equal to 5. So what will happen with the, I will execute like this. Select null is equal to null. So this is also null information. We don't have any such data here. If suppose I have a information to retrieve whoever don't have the phone numbers, so just execute this. So no one having the null values in the phone number. That's the reason we are not getting any output results here. So similarly, you can see here, phone number is null. Yeah, so some of the phone numbers are null. If suppose, you can see all the null information you're going to get, and also you can see some of the phone number is not null. So whoever having the phone numbers are not null, we are going to get all the different phone numbers. So you can play around with corresponding to the information what they are providing in the database. Then you will eventually understood why we are using null. Null is very important for to boolean operator, whether it is going to be written as true or false conditions, like that. Similarly, you can use, but primary key and foreign key may not be in all some of the cases. You have to be stick with that. Primary key and foreign key may not be in all some of the cases, not for all cases. So you have to stick with that. You have to be mentioned specifically whenever you create a table. Create a table. You have to be declare your data definition language at the time. So SQL not is also one of the very helpful operator, I would say. So this will basically helpful to understand which expression is going to be result as a not operator. So you have this data frame corresponding to the employee data. So I don't want some of the information I don't want to be used. Suppose you can see here where department ID is equal to 5 and not salary is greater than 5,000. At the time, I don't require whoever having the greater than 5,000 results, it will be end up with nothing. So you can see in the output results, whoever having the salary is greater than 5,000, that means you require the less than, right? So I need a less than of the 5,000 results. You can also write like this. So that means you can see here, this is somewhat interesting terminology in the mathematics also. So not does exclamatory mark, exclamatory mark, it greater than, greater than, this will eventually is equal to less than, right? This will eventually is equal to less than. What if I write exclamatory mark with less than, that means eventually is a greater than symbol on, right? So this is very simple, simple to understand when we are learning some of the mathematical skills or concepts. Similarly, you can see we can use not the our department IDs are not present in these IDs. So at the time you eventually get the different IDs. And like also you can perform by using the not like we have just now seen, right? So this simple operators are you have to play around, and also the limit we have just now seen, and order by, and also the group by, something called as a grouping sets. So grouping sets, whichever we have seen in the grouping or aggregations operator. So grouping sets is going to be very helpful at the time you generated the multiple group sets. So we just now discussed only few of the group sets. So let's also play around with the multiple group sets so that we'll get some idea. So yeah, we just create some basic inventory kind of the table, and also retrieving some of the information and inserting some of the values. So yeah, you can see here, this is a table we had: warehouse, product, model, quantity. So you want to be grouping the sets by using the group by, so that we will get some idea what how to retrieve the information with corresponding the grouping sets. So I need to get information with respect to the warehouse and also the product, what it will going to return, the number of the stocks keeping in the units stored in the inventory by the warehouse, and also the product. So you can see the this group by the warehouse, whoever having San Francisco, San Jose, and also the San Francisco with corresponding the product and also the quality results. So I'm just summing up the quality at the beginning only, so that I will get eventually the quality price. So this eventually will work. We already seen this, but just for understanding and also the information to get some ideas with respect to the grouping sets, this is very helpful information, I would say. So you can write this much of the BigQuery to understand, so that you will also use the union all. We already seen that in the next class. We are going to be seeing different concepts such as a rank and joining tables and some inner joins, and also the views and triggers. So this is much interesting ideas in the overall MS MySQL, I would say. Thank you.